Dustin Dvorak and Taylor McGregor with you. A&M is now 2 wins away from a guaranteed spot in its first ever SEC title game. It's been a magical year to face Texas. A&M won the toss and deferred. South Carolina will get it first. Football. And a handoff to Fuller on first down. Matt Fuller, who's been getting a lot of carries of late, picks up 3 as we take a look at today.
Lenore Sellers from all directions.
No keeping on the ground on second down, and it's a first down for Jawarn Howell. Just his 8th rush of the season, playing just his 3rd game season. Another run play and a nice cut that time in the hole by Fuller, and he gets 5 yards before he's tackled on the play by Torian York. 8 teams got 3 wins against top 10 teams in just this month alone. And now Sellers throwing to Harbor on the perimeter, and Harbor close to a first down. They'll spot him about a half-yard shy. 3rd down coming up.
Got to think in this spot.
And Sellers will keep it, and he's got a ton of room. First down and more. Gets an extra yard and picks up a total of 12 down to the 39 of A&M.
Pick up a first down.
Here comes a jet sweep, now a reverse. Here's Rowe on the pitch, throwing it deep, and Sellers has the football inside the 20 and down to about the 17-yard line. A gain of 22 on a trick play. And Carolina's in the red zone.
Well, Mike Furry's the
receivers coach, as Taylor mentioned, calling plays for the first time. Sellers off play action, floats it into the end zone, incomplete. He was trying to hit Jacobs. Dalton Brooks in coverage. 2nd down, pressure from Deion Hayes that time. Sellers again off play action, and the pass through the hands of Fuller, incomplete. Damian Sanford out there in coverage, and now it's 3rd and 10. And here comes a blitz. Sellers gets rid of it. It's batted in the air and almost picked off. Cassius Howell dropping that time as Marcus Ratliff had pressure, and Howell with the breakup. And he missed a 25-yarder. Is going to attempt a 36-yarder here. And that one is good. So South Carolina able to capitalize on the nice opening drive. Finish this year. They're unbeaten in the SEC along with Alabama. They got a few one-loss teams. Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas. 16 passing, 6 rushing. And a run play. Owens on first down, and he gets nothing as we look at the impact players. Brought to you by Mattress Firm.
All SEC wide receivers this season.
Reed to throw from the pocket. Fires over the middle, complete. Borkacher, the tight end, to first down. Out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 19.
Well, great between Orstrom and Borkacher.
Play action, stepping up and taking a shot downfield. And the catch is made by Concepcion inside the 15-yard line.
Pass.
43-yard pass play, and now a jet sweep. It's Owens trying to get to the perimeter, and he spun down. Check that. It was Craver on the carry and Judge Collier.
When he sat with us there yesterday, and it's oozing out of every throw we've seen so far today.
Reed, and that pass off target, thrown in between Craver and his tight end. Reed in trouble, and he's sacked. Brian Thomas Jr. back there and forced a fumble. It was recovered by Reed. Was down, but again it was recovered by Cronover anyway. And now a 41-yard field goal try from Randy Bond, and that ties the game midway through the first quarter at 3 apiece. I'll give you a hint. It happened early.
I already know it
in the process.
I already got it.
Okay. The great numbers in 2025. Sellers, and a pass batted down. There's Howell again, already 2 pass breakups here in 7 minutes. Well, Sellers to throw again, has time, tries to dump it off, and it's batted again by Howell. A little surprised they're not running the ball in general on first down and second down. Now in third and long, they have to throw. Sellers layers that beautifully for a first down catch to his brother. Jaden Sellers out to the 47 for 22 yards.
Well, it's a trip to Norris. Good confident throw for that first down.
Might be a free play, flag down, and Sellers going to take a shot, but good coverage that time by Ricks. Running with the track star Nick Harbor. Cassius Howell appeared to be the man.
Number 9, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
Dusty, I'm sure you've been in that
game they had a lot of success with on the opening drive.
And it's going to be a design run for Sellers, and he's got a crease. Out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Chased out by Sanford, a gain of 20 for South Carolina.
Come back.
It looked like Jordan Dingle, the tight end
Personal
there
foul.
on the edge.
Shot block on the offense. Number 78 and number 72. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
Looked like there maybe was a hold as well, but they get Surratt and Sellers will run it again. Cuts it upfield, and he's knocked down by York. Gain of 6 on the play.
Impact as a runner. Big stage and opportunity here today.
His pass caught near midfield is Jacobs. He gets drilled by York. But maybe the change
fails at the snap. Try to confuse you in these spots.
Pressure off the edge. Sellers throws it deep, and it's caught. And they're marking Jacobs down, or no. Now official comes in and says touchdown, South Carolina. A strike by Sellers, 50 yards to Vandrevius Jacob. Pass for Sellers, but that right there, as the extra point is good, looked like the Lenora Sellers of 2024. Vandrevius Jacobs to give South Carolina the lead against number 3 Texas A&M. And another fair catch signal, and this will come out to the 25 as we check in with early in the season. One of those losses for the Irish at home against this Texas A&M team. Reed back to work, and a strike across the middle. Concepcion. It's still going. And finally brought down at the 35 of South Carolina. A 40-yard play to start this drive for Texas A&M.
One of the most explosive.
Owens gets the carry off the left side with room. And a gain of close to 8 before he's tackled by Okoronkwo.
Nice step.
Owens again, and no running room this time. Nick Barrett up front did a great job for South Carolina to force third down.
We've talked a lot about Lenore.
Instead, Reed will hand it off to Smith. And Smith is grabbed and thrown down. Fred Johnson on the tackle, a gain of about a yard, so it's 4th down and 2, and 5-yard attempt. And that one is wide left and no good. It remains 10-3 South Carolina. Fuller cut down after a short gain by Dalton Brooks. Let's check in with Taylor McGregor.
Dave, Shane Beamer
on first down on this possession. No run it again with Fuller, and he's tracked down backside by Ryland Kennedy. A loss of 1, 3rd and long, but South Carolina's 3 of 4. And they come off the edge, and the pass is juggled by Rowe. He eventually catches it, but the defense catches up to him. Jordan Shaw leading the charge on the takedown. Another negative play.
Aggies front.
KC Concepcion has 2 punt returns for touchdowns for Texas A&M. This is a poor punt, though. Concepcion will get away from it. It takes a friendly roll for South Carolina down to about the 27-yard line. This national title came in 1939. Reed to throw, and in trouble. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws back across the middle where it's juggled but incomplete. Bussey could not hang on. Reed in trouble. His arm hit. The ball goes backwards, and it's picked up by South Carolina. Nick Barrett's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Dylan Stewart got to the quarterback, and Barrett does the rest. What a way to end the quarter for South Carolina. And the extra point makes it 17-3. We touchdown, fumble return for a score for South Carolina this season. They lead the SEC in takeaways now with 17. Moments ago, Shane Beamer with Taylor. So a 14-point deficit to overcome, and Marcel Reed back to work. Everybody covered, but Morrow comes free on the perimeter. And the freshman is thrown out of bounds by Jalen Kilgore after a gain of 9.
A good pot. Great chance to win. It's an excellent start here early.
Reed pulls it back, fires through the hands of Bethel Roman, incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Well, again, this South Carolina. Morrow takes the handoff, and he is belted short of the line to gain. DQ Smith in there with the hit. It's a loss of a yard, and it's 4th down.
Wow, this offensive line and short yardage run game for Texas A&M.
Kilgore is deep for South Carolina. Excellent punt. And it checks up and is downed around the 10-yard line. For SEC title game, they lose today, only a 12% chance of making it. Here's Jaden Sellers. And he's to the 16 for a gain of about 5.
Use any tiebreaker scenario.
Sellers to throw, and now takes off. And then throws before he crosses the line of scrimmage. And it was thrown over the head of Harder, but a flag is down. Will Lee, who got beat on the touchdown in the first quarter, going to get called for a penalty here.
Pass interference on the defense, number 4. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
Well, they are taking their shots back up. Will Lee draw the contact.
Hand off to Howell on 1st down. Stretches forward to the 35.
They want to handle their business here today.
Sellers dumping it off to Dingle, the tight end. 1st down into Texas A&M territory. And close to the 40-yard line. Dingle's 10th catch of the season. Gain of 24. Howell off the left edge. Another 1st down. Will Lee trips him up. Sellers on the rollout. And the pass high intended for Jaden Sellers, his younger brother, incomplete.
And let's give Mike Furry a lot of credit here.
Sellers trying to find some running room. It's not there. Stacked up after minimal gain. And 3rd down today has been good.
The SEC, bottom of the screen.
They're going to be conservative and hand it off. Fuller dropped after a gain of about 2 or 3 by Marcus Ratliff. And the kick is good. And the lead is 17 for unranked. 1-6 in conference South Carolina. Max Kelly booting it deep. Maybe another touchback. Let's go to Taylor.
Dave, there's frustration building on the Texas A&M sideline.
Reed gets hit. The ball flutters, and it is tipped and almost picked off, but incomplete. Dylan Stewart again got pressure.
So Dylan Stewart is
intercept Reed. Owen straight ahead, nothing there. Dragged down after a gain of maybe 2 by Johnson.
There's nowhere to go, Dave. It's good up front by the
huge 3rd down, it feels like here for Marcel Reed and company. He's got time, and his pass is dropped. Craver could not secure it. Incomplete. 4th down. Nothing going right for the Aggies. There is a flag down in the backfield. Leads the country. And it's a short punt. And it checks up and down to around the 40. So decent field position for South Carolina, up 17 as we go to Matt. And this
Last third down important for A&M. This possession is important for A&M defense.
jet sweep, and they're all over Jaden Sellers. He'll end up losing 3. Could have lost 5 or 6. But that's exactly what. Sellers through the hands of the offensive player and then almost ricocheted to the defender. Jacobs could not make the catch. Play clock winding down for South Carolina. Sellers pitches it. And Jaden Sellers tackled near the line of scrimmage. That was the best defensive series. Turn man waiting for the Mason Love punt back at his 15-yard line. And a terrible kick that sails way over the heads of the A&M bench players. Big possession for Texas A&M. Reed has it tipped and incomplete. What a great job by Concepcion. Because look, that was going to get picked off by Fred Johnson. Concepcion comes in. Ages quarterback who has struggled today. Reed will send it out in space to Craver, and he's up to about the 36. The ball on the ground, but he recovered it. Well, Colin Klein is one of the bright young offensive coordinators. Reed on 3rd and 4. And there was a lot of contact, and here comes a flag. Intended for Bethel Roman. He got knocked down by Brandon Cisick.
Pass interference on the defense, number 15. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Reed play fake, pressure in his face, and he throws incomplete, trying to hit Bethel Roman. Again, South Carolina able to get defenders. Reed's pass in traffic, juggled again, and incomplete again. Jalen Kilgore jumped the route intended for Concepcion. 3rd time there could have easily been an interception for the game 10. Reed is now 5 for 13 passing. Has time to throw. Everybody covered. Reed trying to take off and dragged down after a gain of maybe 2 by Brian Thomas Jr. And Texas A&M is going to have to punt the ball. Punt for Tyler White. Going to try to pin South Carolina deep. This kick will roll down to about the 11-yard line.
Dark's got something in store with an extra week to prepare.
Faison on 1st down, wrestled to the ground after maybe 1. For New York on for Texas A&M. They'll keep it on the ground with Faison. And he's able to break a tackle and another one. Faison across the 30 and all the way to the 34. What an incredible run. Breaking tackles, dragging defenders for a 20.
But he just keeps driving the legs. A nice pickup.
Sellers off play action, long throw. There is a flag down. It was caught by Mazio Bennett Jr.
Personal foul. Illegal block below the waist. Number 44 on the offense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
It's a big penalty by Maurice Brown II of South Carolina. Faison again powering his way forward. Gain of about 4. Okay. Giving up the most sacks in the country, but none yet for A&M. And they can't get after Sellers here. He throws high and it's picked off. Intercepted by Dalton Brooks. Now a flag down. Brooks still running and all the way down to the 6-yard line. Boy, did Texas A&M need that.
The result of the play was an interception by Texas A&M. First down, Texas A&M. Sideline warning against Texas A&M.
Well, this is exactly what.
1st and goal. Reed on the run. And gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Boy, today, Dusty, we've seen a lot of Lenore Sellers 2024 version. Reed will throw. End zone pass. Concepcion can't hang on. Another drop. We saw Craver put it on the ground on the last drive, and Concepcion just caught. Reed pumps. Fires high. Incomplete. Over the head of Concepcion. You got to wonder with the drops if just yards. And it hits the upright. And it's no good. Oh, my goodness. What a disaster for A&M after they get the takeaway. Have first and goal on the 6. A drop touchdown. Sellers keeping it, trying to run to the perimeter, and runs out of room and loses yardage. Des Ricks forces him out. In the country, struggling in the first halves of their games, and Sellers with another poor throw, trying to hit Brian Rowe.
Quality rusher, bottom of the screen.
Sellers long pass, not even close, not on the same page with Jacobs, so it's a quick 3 and out for South Carolina downs this season. A short punt, but it bounces right to Concepcion. He turns it upfield. And all the way down to the 38-yard line. So excellent field position with plenty of time. Big pass, Dusty Dvorak, Taylor. Reed in trouble, though, and is able to find his check down. Owens is wide open. Reuben Owens picked up and dropped at the 14 after a 24-yard pickup.
Well, this is well done. And find your outlet.
Reed takes a shot. It's underthrown, and it's intercepted by Bakari Swain. He'd been living dangerously with some bad passes that were not picked off earlier in the quarter, but this time Swain got him. Running back. See if the Gamecocks play it conservatively here. Sellers flipping it across the middle for a first down. Harbor's got great speed. The track star is free. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Nick Harbor holding his leg.
Right here before half for Harbor and South Carolina.
And you have to wonder with the point after, even though there's a ton of time left after first. And again, the South Carolina team with just one win. Now they played Alabama tight as the fair catch is made, so it's going to be a touchback.
Are making plays, A&M's are not.
And Stewart with pressure. Reed in trouble, gets away from the defender. And the pass incomplete. It was Troy Pikes that benefited from Dylan. Reed stepping up, launching it high. It's intercepted by Swain again. Swain running it back all the way down to the 22. 35 seconds left. An opportunity for the Gamecocks to add to a 27-3 lead. Sellers looking for the kill shot. Takes off. And he's hugging the sideline and did not go out until he got to the 9. So it's first and goal. They have 3 timeouts in 24 seconds. Sellers able to hit his tight end, Brady Hunt. They're going to have to call timeout. It's the 4th and goal. They can just kick it and get 3 more points. Sellers in trouble and just going to throw it away. There is a flag down. 6 seconds remaining.
Holding, number 78 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 2nd down.
Be interesting to see here if you're Shane Beamer. Yard attempt. Check that 2 for 2. And he nails another one. So with 2 seconds left in the first half.
Players yesterday, Dave, I mean, confident. I mean, they were in a great place, and nothing would lead us to believe we would get this type of performance here in the first half.
Bussey returns it, and the half comes to an end. Biggest upset in college football this season.
I thought coming into today, based off what I'd seen, that Texas A&M could win a national championship.
Bussey returns it past the 40-yard line.
And nothing we've seen today would lead you to believe that. South Carolina played the best half they've played all year. On the flip side, A&M played by far their most disappointing half of all season. Don't even resemble the team they put on film for 9 games.
Number 88 on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Texas A&M.
Tough penalty to take.
He's got to take better care of the ball here in the second half.
But a long way to go. Can Reed bring him back? Another juggle. This time it's caught by Concepcion. He dropped the touchdown in the first half. Let's go to Taylor McGregor.
Physicality on the line of scrimmage and -9 rushing yards in the first half. And Shane Beamer said that is the difference in this game. As for the offensive play call coming from Mike Furry, he's really impressed with the way he's been able to idolize or figure out Texas A&M.
Carolina was fired 2 weeks ago going into the bye week. Reed guns it over the middle. And the catch is made in South Carolina territory by Concepcion. Well, this is not unusual.
Themselves in position with that first half.
Trying to get the ground game going with Morrow. And he gets about 9 on the play. Good opening possession for Texas A&M. Another run play. And it's a first down. There's a flag down. Owens tackled at the 25, but thrown in the area of offensive holding.
Going to be on 78 crown over, Dave.
Holding, number 78 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay second down.
And it's Dylan Stewart over here.
Other miscues in the first half. So it's second down and 12 after the spot foul. Reed in trouble. And a dangerous throw in traffic. Bethel Roman appeared to. Reed, another high pass over the head of Mellon Orstrom. Now it's 4th and 12.
I don't know about 4th and 12, Dave. If you had to pick.
Unbeaten season alive with a 4th and 12. Reed in trouble, steps up, takes off, has to make the defender miss. He does, and he got the first down. Really the first time we've seen Reed use his legs in a positive way in this game.
He is so sudden and dynamic as a runner. Freeze it right here, guys. He locates it, sees it, and then Fred Johnson, 0, comes up, and he's hugging air. Will
that provide a spark? Owens, and what a play by Swain as he was getting blocked. Just got a piece of
this. It's almost impossible to account for defensively.
Legal substitution on the defense. 12 players on the field when the ball was snapped. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
I'm with you on the Marcel Reed run. Worked for Reed today. Well, they keep getting him involved in the run game. He'll throw it here. And he takes a shot, and it's caught for a touchdown by Isaiah Williams. Finally. Yard scramble. It's 30-10 South Carolina.
Well, I love the play design from Colin.
The tiebreakers would not go their way. They also play Texas at the end of the season on Black Friday. Kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. Let's respond for South Carolina. Rolling out on first down is Sellers and flipping it downfield to Jaden Sellers. His brother making the catch and out of bounds for a 25-yard gain.
What's an excellent route.
How to do it again in 2025. No running room to the right, so cutting it back is Fuller, and down he goes. Loss on the play of 3 with Searcy making the hit.
But it's
Sellers throws it deep, and it's well overthrown. The only person who had a chance at it is Dalton Brooks. And now it is 3rd down and 13. They rush 4. Sellers in trouble. Steps away from pressure. Takes off. and then he gets to the ground at the 39-yard line. A 14-yard run on 3rd and 13.
Well, you bet.
Preseason first team All-SEC. Quick throw to the sideline. Jacobs wrapped up at the 36-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Give to Fuller. York takes him down at the 32, but that's 4 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and short. It's down in the 3rd and 13 a moment ago. They'll hand it off, and short of the line to gain is Matt Fuller. It's going to be 4th and 1. Dalton Brooks on the tackle. And he landed on a teammate, Matt Fuller did. He lunged forward, but still appears to be short. It's going to be Texas A&M ball.
You got it. Well, penetration.
Marcel Reed, confident after that touchdown pass on the last drive, goes back to work. Stepping up in the pocket, and Reed dumping it off to his tight end. Forfeiture able to lower the boom on the defender and pick up 7 yards.
Momentum has really shifted to the Aggies there.
And now straight ahead, 1st down run for Reuben Owens. Been a quiet day for Owens. A half to go. They trailed 30-3 at halftime. Owens again up the gut. And about 4 yards before he's tackled by Sean Murphy.
Really impressed watching him on.
Trailed by 14 in the first quarter, their largest deficit of the year. They were down 27. They're now down 20. And Reed taken off on 2nd down. Okoronkwo able to catch up to him. And Kilgore dives on as well, but Reed kept the feet moving, got an extra yard, a gain of 5. 3rd down and 2.
Smart
at midfield. Reed to pass instead, pressure off the edge, and another drop. This time it's Bethel Roman. A handful of drops in the first half, including a touchdown drop by Concepcion, and now Bethel Roman. They need to get to the 48 of South Carolina. Reed to pass. And he's got a man. Bussey made the catch. He secures it as he goes to the ground. They pick up 4th and 2. A gain of 11 for Terry Bussey. Back to throw again. Stepping up. Taking a shot. And it is caught. Bethel Roman. Touchdown, Texas A&M. What a bounce back by Marcel Reed. The Heisman candidate coming alive at home in the second half. They're not going to look at it any further. And the point after is good. And Texas A&M back within 13 with 4:18 to go in the 3rd. But Mike Elko's getting this huge extension to stay. But A&M comes back scoring touchdowns on their first 2 drives. Nick Harbor on the return for South Carolina at an 80-yard touchdown in the first half. And a nice return here to the 35. Matt Berry in the studio.
Hi, Dave Pascal.
And the projected first-round pick will hand it off, and Faison is dropped for no gain. Tyler Onyedum with the hit.
Well, Onyedum with
Sellers. Catch is made, but not much. Jacobs tackled by Ricks. Going to be 3rd down and about 6.
As a defense, you got to.
Pressure coming. Sellers rolling out. Sideline pass. Incomplete. 4th down and 6. And Texas A&M's going to get it back. Nick Harbor really hasn't had a chance yet in this game. See if Love kicks it to him or away from him. Tries to kick it away from him, and it will roll into the end zone for a touchback, just barely. Got the hot hand. Everybody covered. A flag down. Reed takes off, and wow, that was tipped by Fred Johnson. See what the penalty's about. Back to your point on Marcel Reed. It's a young man that last year.
Holding, number 78 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
It's on Cron over the right, Tennessee. But now off schedule after the holding call. Back to throw off play action from his 3-yard line, and it's caught. Bethel Roman running away from defenders. Will they catch him? They finally do as he's tripped up near the 15-yard line. He got hurt on the play. A 75-yard catch and run. And now Bethel Roman writhing in pain. They go empty set here for Marcel Reed. 8 of 11, 2 touchdowns in the second half. He'll step back and fire. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Borkinger makes it a 1-score game. And looking to add one more. It is 30-24 with a ton of time left.
What a third quarter coming out of the half.
The number 3 unbeaten Aggies, one of 3 teams undefeated left, along with Indiana and Ohio State. Almost certainly have to. Faison pitching it on the reverse. Jaden Sellers up the field. And he gets a first down before he's knocked out of bounds. A gain of 12 to the 37-yard line.
They are really using Jaden.
Handoff, Faison in trouble in the backfield, and down he goes for a loss. Torian York, their leader on defense, 3-year starter. Sellers trying to get the edge, able to slip a tackle before he's drilled out of play at the 39-yard line. I'm going to mark him out at the 41. Snap the football here before the end of the quarter. Blitz coming, it's picked up, the pass the way off target. Jacobs was open underneath, but that was airmailed by Sellers, and now South Carolina will punt it back to Texas A&M because of those 2 returns for touchdowns this season. And this will go over his head, heading towards the goal line. Do they stop it short? They did, inside the 1. Gerald Kilgore down there for the Gamecocks. And that's how the third quarter comes to an end. And Taylor, they have to go 99 yards to take the lead. Reed from the back of his end zone, backpedaling, and he hoists it over the head of his intended target, but a flag. Collier will get called for interfering with Concepcion. Reed was in trouble in the backfield.
Pass interference on the defense, number 8. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
Boy, just an incredibly punitive. Egregious there, Dave.
I'm with you. Didn't love the call there. Reed, quick throw. Concepcion out in space. And all the way to the 24-yard line, close to a first down. Again, it was to pull the Aggies within 6. This drive started on their 1. And on first down, Reed over the middle. It's caught for another first down. Bethel Roman on the grab and a gain of about 15.
When Marcel Reed is playing so confident, tight window throw, ball perfectly placed right there on the hands of Ashton Bethel Roman, who's been such a key piece in this second half.
Straight ahead run. And Reuben Owens out to the 44. That's right there what Mike Elko was telling. Reed from the pocket, delivers a strike. It's Isaiah Williams, just his 2nd catch of the year, 4th of his career. His first catch of the season was the first touchdown of the game for Texas A&M. Reed with time, and you get 2 receivers in the same spot. You saw the frustration on Isaiah Williams. Looked like he was unhappy with Nyblack. Back within 6. And on second down, Downhill, Owens brought down after a 6-yard gain at the 35-yard line. Owens shaken up though. Here in the fourth, empty set for Marcel Reed. Reed running it himself, got the first down inside the 30, down to the 27 before he's wrapped up by Sean Murphy.
Put it in the hands of your quarterback.
In the season, trying to do it at home. Morrow, the true freshman, maybe 2 down to the 25, tackled by Goodwine. And for Marcel Reed. Reed from the pocket, everybody covered, a flag down, Reed takes off inside the 10, touchdown to tie the game. Again, a penalty marker is down in the backfield, and a couple of offensive linemen are really upset for Texas A&M.
Holding on the offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, replay, second down.
That's the left guard, Chase Basantis.
I don't know about this, Dave. Watch Basantis, okay? He's going to chop the hands down to the defensive lineman, and then he's going to hold him down. I guess it's a little snatch pull down. What do you...
Reed hoists it deep. It's caught by Concepcion inside the 10. It's going to be first and goal for Texas A&M.
How about the pocket presence of Marcel Reed? Watch him climb and step up in this pocket. Bodies around him, eyes down the field, good platform. You can't throw it any better on the hands of Concepcion.
This drive started on the A&M 1. They're now inside the 5. Smith, the ball carrier. He's into the end zone for the touchdown, and the game is tied. A&M can take the lead with the extra point. Their first lead. Some movement. Penalty marker down.
Offside on the defense. Number 90 jumped in the neutral zone, causing the offense to react. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Replay the try.
So early in the fourth, 10:47 to go. And with the point after, they finally take the lead.
Well, these last 2 plays are a perfect example.
Nick Harbor is deep. Touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
You go, Marcel Reed.
He'll hand it off to Jaden Sellers, and he's ankle tackled by York after a short gain. York has really come on defensively here in the second half. Sellers to throw on 2nd and 8. Pocket collapsing. Sellers sacked. Dayon Hayes with the takedown for a loss of 7.
Well, coming into this game,
blitz coming. Sellers gets away from the defender. Takes off. And sacked again. Back inside the 15 by Lee. 4th down. Texas A&M very much looking like the number 3 team in the country here in the second half.
and a huge sack on 3rd down.
Setting up the return for Concepcion on the short punt. A 2-hopper. Concepcion up the middle. And to the 46 of South Carolina. E.J. Smith, who just scored the go-ahead touchdown, looking for some room off the left side. And he breaks a tackle and gets a first down before he's knocked out at the 30. A gain of 15 on the play.
Well, Papa's got to be proud watching this. E.J. Smith.
Inside 8 minutes to go. A&M up 1. Smith again. Met in the hole. And down after a gain of 1. This response by Texas A&M is what championship caliber game, a place they've never been since joining the league. Reed to the air on 2nd and long. Over the middle to Concepcion. And down to the 15-yard line, another Texas A&M first down. Kilgore on the tackle downfield.
Well, Concepcion is a complete and total opposite.
Smith gets the carry, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by Pikes. Even if Texas A&M gets into the end zone.
In this position that they're in right now.
Pass play. Reed setting up. And he finds Williams. Brought down short of the first down by Kilgore. It'll be 3rd and 2. Boy, Isaiah Williams, guy that didn't have a catcher in as a fullback. Reed on the roll up, pressure in the space, and it is caught by Smith right at the line to gain the 5-yard line. It is a first down. 1st and goal for the Aggies.
Getting some good push.
Smith straight ahead, drags, good wind down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Just good forward lean, physical running by E.J. to cap off this drive.
Smith, and he did not get it down at the 1-yard line. Yuma's throwing it to Reed. It's behind him. The ball's loose, and it's recovered by South Carolina. Inbounds by Fred Johnson. They run a trick play with the true freshman Morrow on the direct snap. He tries to throw it to the quarterback Reed, and they turn the ball over. A very questionable call on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Don't like the call whatsoever. Brian Thomas gets so much penetration. That was supposed to be a pitch initially. There
was 3rd and goal from the 1. Expedited replay upholds the call of a recovery by South Carolina. And now the catch made by Sellers in a gain of about 3. The man, their kicker, William Joyce, is 3 of 3 today. His long on the year is 49. Sellers on the rollout, going to throw it away. Harbor was covered well by Des Ricks near the sticks. And now it's 3rd down and 6. And again, one time this half on 3rd down. It's in Lenora Sellers' hands, and the pass in traffic incomplete. Jacobs, the intended target, Will Lee in coverage. It is 4th down and 6. And the official 2-minute timeout. They go for it on 4th and 6. Sellers, long throw. Harbor caught it, and he's in bounds. A first down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 19, and Deion Hayes was right in the face of Sellers as he threw that ball. Win with a field goal, or at least take the lead, depending on how much time is left. Sellers from the pocket setting up a screen. Howell, and he's close to a first down. They'll mark him down at the 40, a yard short. Chappelle with the stop. 2nd and 1 for the Gamecocks, about 30 yards away from a field goal try. Sellers in trouble, and sacked back inside the 30-yard line by Dalton Brooks. A loss of about 10, 3rd and long.
Mike Elko dialing up. He's going to sneak in, and he's going to get home with this pressure. I love the timing of this blitz. He makes that inside move on the right guard and gets Sellers to the ground. Huge sack for Dalton Brooks.
That's been a problem all year for Lenora Sellers, taking sacks with track speed. Sellers in trouble again, and down he goes. Back at the 25, another sack, a loss of 4. It's going to be 4th down and 16.
Cassius Howe, the SEC sack leader. He's been waiting all game. Pin his ears back, let loose, and get home for the biggest sack of his season.
This could be it for South Carolina. Blitz coming. Sellers steps up. Taking off. Down he goes. Turnover on downs. A&M a minute away from hanging on for an incredible comeback. One of the greatest we've seen in SEC history.
With the final 2 stops to complete the biggest comeback in program history.
One more knee and it's over. Texas A&M will go to 10-0 for the first time since they were 12-0 in the regular season back in 1992. Need to win that game to get into the SEC championship game, which would be their first ever. Texas A&M completes the greatest comeback in school history. Trailing at halftime 30-3, they storm back, score the final 28 points, and knock off South Carolina.